Hello, good morning, student. Today we are going to study about the animal tissue. Just before the holidays, we have already learned plant tissue, and in animal tissue, epithelium tissue. Now we learn epithelium tissue in brief again, and then second, third type of tissues. Okay. First of all, to study the animal tissue, we observe our own body part. We study on our own body parts. At first, you watch your finger. Your finger surrounded by a skin that consists of epithelium tissue. That is epithelium. That are all our body parts covered by tissue that is called epithelium tissue. Externally or internally both. Then just below the tissue, epithelium tissue, there is a muscles in our finger that is called muscular tissue. And both these two tissue connect to each other, that is called connective tissue. And these three tissue controlled by a special tissue that is called nervous tissue. Okay. Then we have already studied epithelium tissue, that if it is single layer, that is called simple epithelium tissue, and when more than one layer, that is stratified epithelium tissue. As per the function, that is simple or stratified, as for example, the organs which need more efficient diffusion, that is simple epithelium tissue. As for example, air sacs in the lungs that exchange gases have simple epithelium tissue, and blood capillaries wall also have simple epithelium tissue to exchange the materials easily. Okay. Then a stratified epithelium tissue is found on the skin. Our skin made up of a stratified epithelium tissue, and then our buccal cavity is also have a stratified epithelium tissue because the tissues are damaged regularly in that location. Okay. Then on the basis of shape, it is of three types: squamous, cuboidal, and columnar. These all epithelium tissue cells arrange on a membranous structure that is called basement membrane. On basement membrane, if cells are flattened in shape, arranged compactly, that is called squamous epithelium. And second type, cuboidal epithelium, when cell shape is cube shape. It is found in ducts of glands, salivary gland, pancreatic gland, mammary gland, etc. Whereas squamous epithelium found on the covering of cheek cells, skin, etc. Then columnar epithelium, pillar-like structure, and that found in the alimentary canal, our intestine, etc. Then on the basis of function, it is of four types. First type is called sensory epithelium, when the epithelium cells modified to receive the impulse and send to the brain, that found in the sensory organs and help in sensation. So it is called sensory epithelium. Second is called germinative epithelium. It found in the testis and ovary, where gametes are formed by meiosis cell division. It germinates the gamete, produce the gamete, so that is called germinative germinal epithelium. Third is called ciliary epithelium, when epithelium cells have cilia, hair-like structure that help in movement, found in our windpipe, move air and in oviduct to passing the two movement of eggs and sperm that help in locomotion movement. Then fourth is called protective epithelium, which lining make a membrane to protect the structure. Okay, so at this way we study epithelium tissue. Now we next study about the connective tissue. Okay, that connective tissue is of three types. Here you see there are three types of connective tissue: connective tissue proper, skeletal tissue and vascular tissue. Connective tissue which connect the organ, pack different organs or tissues and form our body skeleton that have various functions, and their arrangement is somewhat different to the epithelium tissue. In epithelium tissue you find there are basement membrane and have only cells compactly, but in that connective tissue the arrangement is different. The different type of cells is scattered in a liquid medium. That liquid medium is called matrix, and consistence of matrix is different, sometimes modified. So according to this matrix it is of different types. Then the first type of connective tissue is called connective tissue proper, where matrix is jelly like. Second type is called skeletal tissue, when matrix is hard, solid, that make our skeleton system. Two example, cartilage and bone, hard structure of our body. Then third is vascular, when matrix is fluid that easily flow, that make our blood or liquid, that help in transportation of materials. Now we study first type, connective tissue proper. Here you see there are four types: areolar tissue, adipose tissue, tendon and ligament. First two types, areolar and adipose tissue, is called loose connective tissue because they have more matrix and less fiber. More matrix and less fiber. So they are called loose connective tissue. And last two, tendon and ligament, have more fiber and less matrix. So they are called dense connective tissue. First type we study areolar tissue. Connective tissue proper have different types of cells. All the cells are not same type, just like epithelium. It has different type of cells. Connective tissue proper, you see here, that is the structure of areolar tissue. Okay. Here you find different type of fiber and different types of cells. Then different types of fiber and cells arranged here. Connective tissue proper consists of matrix plus three type of fiber. First type fiber is called yellow-elastin fiber, that is yellow-elastin fiber, that is elastic in nature. Okay. Then second is called white collagen fiber, and third is called reticular fiber. There are three types of fiber: yellow-elastin fiber, white collagen fiber and reticular fiber. These three fiber secreted by fibroblast cell. That is the cell. The fibroblast cell secrete three types of fiber plus matrix liquid medium, which is jelly-like in structure. Then second type of cell is called mast cell. Mast cell is very special cell that release different chemicals plus matrix. It release also matrix. Fibroblast release matrix. Mast cell release matrix. Along with matrix, it also secretes three chemicals. In these three chemicals, first chemical is called heparin. Here you see, first chemical is called heparin. Heparin is anticoagulant that protect the blood from clotting. Heparin is a chemical that help to protect from clotting the blood. Then second is called histamine. Histamine is a chemical inflammation producing that produce inflammation, that means symptoms after infection. Due to histamine, we show symptom when we infected by pathogens. Now, third chemical is called serotonin. That serotonin chemical is blood vessels constrictor that constrict the blood vessels, decrease the flow of blood and increase the blood pressure according to situation. Okay? That means mast cell have main function releasing of chemicals, histamine, heparin and serotonin. That is the main function of mast cell. Now you see here there are plasma cell. Here is plasma cell, lymphocyte cells and macrophages. These three cells are special to protect from infection. After infection, we protect from pathogen. They produce antibody, a chemical which fight against pathogens. Plasma cells and lymphocytes both produce by antibody, and by producing antibody in fight against the destroy the pathogens, and macrophage destroy the pathogen by engulfing, by destructive. Okay, that means plasma cell, lymphocyte and macrophage, these three destroy the pathogens, and mast cell release chemicals to fight against that for different purposes. Okay, then the second type, first one is areolar connective tissue. Now we study adipose connective tissue. The second type is adipose connective tissue. That one is adipose connective tissue. That adipose connective tissue have same structure of all fiber and all cells are present here, but along with this the cells modified to store food. Food means fats. Fats are stored in the cells, that is called adipocyte cells. That is the special cell, adipocytes, along with all the connective tissues cells. Okay, that cells help in storing the food, and it found just below the skin. That due to fat is a bad conductor, so it make a bad conductor layer, insulating layer in our body. Then it also helps in make cushion-like appearance around our delicate organs to absorb shock, that is shock absorber. That means a storage, shock absorption, insulation are their function. Along with this, it also help in provide our body shape. Our body shapes is due to this adipose tissue amount. Some have more thick layer and thin layer. Then we also observe blubber in whale. In whale, blubber is also adipose tissue. In camel, hump, the structure which used in a starvation period, that is also adipose tissue. And in polar structure, there are below the skin there is a insulating layer that is also that prevent from cold. Okay. Now we come on the third type, tendon. Tendon in the structure, here you see tendon. Tendon is a structure which have only white fiber. That have only white fiber. That is a connective tissue, dense connective tissue, have white fiber, and that white fiber is arranged parallelly, and fibroblast cells in a row. There is a cells, fibroblast only, that is in the row, and the matrix is present inside them. It is in matrix. That tendon is have great strength but limited, that have limited flexibility. Tendons have great strength but limited flexibility, whereas you see ligament, that ligament have white fiber plus yellow elastin fiber, both fiber, that arrange in variously. There is no row wise arrangement, and the fibroblast cells also arrange scattered inside the matrix. That ligament have comparatively less strength but high elasticity. They are high flexible compared to tendon. Tendon function is to bind muscles to bone. In all our skeletal bone attached to the muscles by binding by tendon, that found in all over the body, whereas ligament found only at the joint because it only bind bone to bone. Or at all the body joints we move easily due to flexible ligament. If this ligament sometime overstressed, so that cause pain called a sprain. A sprain is caused due to overstretching of our ligament. Now we come on the second type of tissue, connective tissue, skeletal tissue. Okay. The second type of skeletal tissue is have hard or solid matrix. That makes hard structure, that is called a skeleton. A skeleton made up of two structures, cartilage and bone. Cartilage and bone both are hard structure but have some differences. At first we observe here, that one is cartilage. Okay, that is cartilage, and that cartilage you find that there are so many cells where These cells, the matrix that have semi-solid matrix, just like paste in cartilage, the matrix is just like paste, semi-solid. And in the matrix, there are some space, fluid filled space. That fluid filled space is called lacuna. Okay, that fluid filled space is called lacuna. That means that have lacuna, and that lacuna have 1 to 4 cells. Some have 4, some have 1. That means 1 to 4 cells are in one lacuna, and that cell is called, named especially, chondrocytes. Chondrocytes, the name of that cell. Okay, and the protein which found in the matrix is called chondrin. Matrix is made up of protein that is called chondrin. And blood supply is restricted here. There is no blood supply. It restricted to outer covering, not inside. Cartilage occurs in our nasal septum, between the nose and external ear, larynx, epiglottis and windpipe. These are the locations where we find cartilage. This cartilage provides support and flexibility. Support and flexibility of various body parts is due to this, and it also prevents frictional wear and tear. Due to friction, the tissues or bone tips tear and wear, so that it is present, just covering the bone at the end to prevent the frictional. And in between the vertebrae, backbone, it makes a disc-like structure that cushion against stress. Intervertebral structure, that is the function. Provide support and flexibility, prevent frictional wear and tear, and it also provide cushion-like structure on our backbone in between the vertebrae. Okay. Then second type is called bone. Skeletal tissue, second type is bone. Bone is, that is the bone. The structure is a bone. Here you find the bone structure is somewhat different to cartilage. Here the matrix is solid and made up of protein that is called ossin. The protein's name is ossin. Okay. Cartilage protein, chondrin, and bone protein, ossin. Now, is here is, you see, it consists of a solid matrix with fluid filled lacuna. Lacuna have cells. The cell is called osteocytes. These cells is called osteocytes. And unlike cartilage, blood vessels and nerves pass into the interior of the bone, not prevented superficial. It comes inside, but inside through the canal. That canal is called Haversian canal. That is Haversian canal, where blood and nerves supplied inside. Okay. Its function in bone, the minerals is more in phosphate and carbonate of calcium and magnesium. About 60 to 70% minerals are present there. So it is hard. It forms the supporting framework It provides protection to delicate organs as a skull, rib cage, eye socket, etc. Okay. Then it take part in body movement also, including locomotion. We can move due to our skeletal system. Then bone. Red bone marrow form blood cells. Inside the long bones, there are a bone marrow, red bone marrow, that is the factory of blood cells, where blood cells are formed. At this way, a skeletal system, a skeletal tissue and connective tissue, both are important. Now in next class we learn vascular tissue. That is also important because it connect the organ by transportation. Okay, but we study it in next class. That enough you learn, and I provide also your notes. Okay.